Dude. Dude. Hello? Hi. I got here as soon as I could. You look... Whoa. What?
Housekeeping. Turn down. Oh, sorry. Sir? Hello? Are you okay? Hello?
Dude.
Need to calm down.
I'm supposed to calm down when she comes in here stanking at all hours of the night.
That's because I'm the only one holding down his jaw.
More like holding down anyone with $50 and no standards.
Did you hear that? Are you gonna let him talk to me like
I'm
that?
gonna take you both in if you don't shut the hell up. Okay? See? Silence is golden. Am I right?
She's looking at me like that.
I'm not looking at him like anything.
That's it.
Special unit 2.
We'll take it from here, officer.
What?
Come on, let's go.
Let's
go.
They got when I just.
Nora, Bob.
What's up?
They're throwing us in the hole.
Stay away from the shrimp. Old friend.
Vincent, O'Malley!
Something's come in.
Dylan Michaels, 19-year-old male model, found dead 5 days ago. Unbelievable. Why? Because the cause of death was congestive heart failure due to old age?
Explain, Jonathan.
With a little less excitement.
I can't help it if I like what I do.
I like what I do too, but I don't vibrate in place.
Back on the point, Jonathan. O'Malley. Can it?
Oh, okay. So, this is what Dylan looked like when we found him. Which is what happens when you have roughly 60 years sucked out of you.
By what?
A witch.
We're talking about a relatively rare female link known as Vinifica analis, which is Latin for...
A witch.
Ear witch, actually. This link is what the myth about witches are actually based on.
Do we have a picture? Any idea what one of these things looks like?
No, because they're real smart and they're real old, and they live for centuries by literally sucking the years out of people and using it to keep themselves young.
Their very own fountain of youth.
At the cost of this young man's life and the lives of countless others. Now that we know that this thing is operating in Chicago, we have an opportunity to stop it in its tracks.
And I'm pro stopping things in their tracks.
What leads do we have? What kind of physical evidence was found at the scene?
Nada. These things are too smart for that.
But we do have a prime suspect.
Meet Isabel.
Where have I seen her before?
She's the founder and CEO of an up-and-coming cosmetics company.
Yeah, I have some of her products. They're everywhere.
Isabel what?
No last name she'll admit to. It's very rock and roll.
Dylan Michaels participated in a photo shoot at this woman's company the day of the murder. Two were overheard making plans for later that evening.
And what else makes her a suspect? Aside from the fact that she's a powerful, successful woman.
Nobody knows who Isabel really is. She moved to Chicago earlier this year. She refuses to divulge her real name, her background, and her age. And her cosmetics company is called Centuries.
Oh, come on. Can it be that obvious?
Well, you'll find out. Now, we've taken the case from the regular police and transferred it to our jurisdiction, but tread carefully. This woman's wealthy, well connected.
Sounds like a plan. See if you can find out anything about this thing we're looking for.
Venefica analysis, yeah.
Find out if anyone in your collection of link thieves, con artists, and street trash is willing to snitch.
Excuse me, those people are my friends.
Yeah, except that none of them are actually people.
And for all this incredibly useful information I find out, I get what?
Not prosecuted for robbing that convenience store on 3rd last night?
3rd? I wasn't anywhere near there.
I'd say that looks like our favorite gnome. Except for the favorite part.
Okay, deal. Hey, can I have that? That's a nice shot. Hey, O'Malley. Sorry about your mom. I'm hurt!
Has anything changed with her? We got some time to kill. It's on the way.
It's hard not to think about the things you wish you said. Okay.
I'm Detective Benson, Detective O'Malley. We got some questions for you.
And I've got a backed up schedule. How long are these questions going to take?
That depends on how good your answers are.
Now, already, that distinguishes you from all the other detectives. You say what you're thinking. Please, sit.
We're comfortable standing, thank you. And what is it the rest of the police are thinking and not saying?
That I killed Dylan.
Did you?
Do you really think a murderer would just come out and admit it?
I'm waiting to find out.
If you sit, I'll tell you.
Talking about murder, this isn't a game.
Everything's a game. There are winners and losers. I guess that includes Dylan.
Don't you care he was killed?
Of course. He was supposed to be in an ad campaign that shoots this week.
Did you have plans to see the victim that night?
Yes, but he canceled.
On his boss? I find that hard to believe.
So do I. But not because I'm his boss. Keep him coming. I've never been a murder suspect before.
What's your full name?
Isabel. I had it legally changed. What's yours?
Where are you from?
Another time, another place. Haven't you seen the ads? The mystery's the point.
The point is, someone was murdered and you haven't even asked how.
Is that what makes you think I did it?
Did you?
I offered you a deal. Sit down, and I'll tell you.
Let's take her downtown.
Go ahead. I could use the publicity, but you won't.
We don't care who your friends are.
I made some calls before you were shown in. Special Unit 2 doesn't seem to have a downtown. No precinct, no phone number. All anyone will say is that you cover crimes with special circumstances. I am just flattered that I qualify.
Do you?
As special? You tell me. Now, if you'll excuse me, detectives, I have a new product to launch. Unless you can prove I'm a killer first.
Unbelievable. She was daring us. She looked us in the eye and told us she's a link, that she killed him.
Or she's toying with us, specifically you.
She did it.
We can't use physical force if there's even a slim chance that the suspect could be an innocent citizen. Political and moral risks are too high. Are we anywhere on her background?
No, we can't trace her back more than a few years, not without her real name or fingerprints, which I don't think she'll be inclined to give us.
Page. Oh, that's unusual. Highly. Yeah. Understood. That was the commissioner's office. After your interview, our suspect Isabel contacted some highly placed friends in the mayor's office.
No, to complain about our questioning.
No, to get a message to Detective O'Malley. She wants to see you tonight.
She wants to know what we know. It's that simple.
Oh, yeah, if it were that simple, she wouldn't have asked for only you.
Well, your decision, Detective. Decide if your contact impedes or progresses the investigation.
Can I buy you a drink? I don't drink when I'm on duty. How about a sour apple martini? And if I did, I wouldn't drink that. Now, doesn't that save time?
It would save even more if you just turned yourself in.
Turn myself in for murder?
Or anything else you feel like admitting to.
Like
Who you really are, where you're really from.
New York, California, the Middle East, Romania. I've lived everywhere, and I'm older than I look. But how much is one of my secrets?
This is gonna be good. Shh. Come on, can't I just get him some comebacks?
Oh, he doesn't need your help.
You want that? Shh.
Shh.
Then I should have asked what you really are.
A storyteller, a professional fabricator. In other words, a salesman.
And that was just one of your stories.
You decide, Nick.
Friends in high places helped you out with that.
Well, I had to make a call if I wanted to see you again. It was either that or murder someone.
Murder someone else.
O'Malley has all the look.
Carl, she's probably a life-sucking murderer.
Whatever.
So you really think that I killed Dylan?
I'm here, aren't I?
I was hoping that you had other motives.
What about your motives?
Maybe I find it so hard to find men who challenge me that I'll go to any lengths. You don't look convinced.
I'm convinced. Are you convinced? I'm convinced.
I'll flirt with you as much as you want. When you tell me what happened with Dylan Michaels.
You're relentless. I like that.
How did you kill him?
With my mouth.
Meaning?
I had him meet me in a hotel room. That is where he died, isn't it?
Are you asking me or telling me?
I was in the bed. He came to me. And then I did it. With a kiss. Amazing what a girl has to do to get what she wants.
She practically confessed. I mean, I know it's not actual physical evidence, but she's telling us what she is.
I listened to the tape, but there's more than one way to interpret the conversation. O'Malley?
I was pretty sure before last night, but now I think you gotta ask yourself, if she really was guilty, would she be this bold?
Yes, because she's playing a game.
Yeah, why?
Because she can, because she likes it.
Yeah, at great risk if she's innocent.
Well, that's assuming she has fear, which she might not if she's a 1,000-year-old Blink.
Or just a phenomenally successful businesswoman used to doing what she wants. I'm saying she's not your typical suspect.
Typical suspect doesn't usually kiss the investigating officer. Which I am assuming explains the 6 seconds of silence on the tape.
6 seconds. Excellent.
She kissed me, Captain.
Interesting. I understand this is a two-person operation. Unless I've been doing it wrong all of these years.
Now, Nick was drawing her out, sir, successfully.
But not successfully enough.
The fingerprints you got don't match any on file in the U.S. or Western Europe. Now, that just means she hasn't been convicted of a crime or served in the military.
Right, and the ownership of her corporation is buried behind offshore shell companies. There's nothing there.
All right, so we don't know anything more about Isabel. What about Benefica and Alice?
Oh, well, the surviving historical records seem to indicate that Benefica and Alice needs to feed once every 7 days, and always at night.
All right, so the next move is surveillance. If we keep her in sight long enough, we should be able to catch her feeding.
I agree, but comprehensive surveillance will be a challenge. The suspect is unusually well insulated.
Yeah, she's got a staff of people protecting her, potentially covering her movements.
This came for you through the commissioner's office. It's been x-rayed and vetted.
Thanks, Eddie.
If you're not going to open it, I am. Unbelievable. Look at that. Talk about bold. You like these so much, I thought you'd want to complete the set. Looking forward to seeing you soon, Isabel. Ooh, I didn't think people sent perfume notes anymore. But I guess you do if you make the perfume.
You realize she just solved our problem for us.
How do you figure that?
Paige is concerned with how airtight our surveillance is going to be, right?
Yeah, you raised a question. Where are you going with this?
Dylan Michaels was killed 6 days ago, so according to Jonathan, she's due to feed tonight. I'm saying we make our surveillance overt.
Meaning?
I asked to see her tonight. If she refuses, there's one more reason to believe she's the link we're looking for.
Yeah, except we don't need another reason. I mean, do you actually think she's not guilty?
I think she probably is. I'm just saying it's not black and white.
Well, I never thought I'd hear you arguing in favor of shades of gray. So what if she accepts? You're taking a huge risk.
I can take care of myself.
Yeah, I just don't know if you can handle her.
My motives are strictly professional.
No, I didn't say anything.
You didn't have to.
Look, I don't think you're using this as a way to get close to this woman. Assuming she turns out to be a woman.
But?
Well, she's intrigued by you because you're a challenge. And I think the feeling's mutual. I think you're enjoying the game as much as she is. Only problem is, it's not a game.
Hi. Have the car ready? I'm so happy that you could be there tonight.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, I'm taking notes.
I'm launching a new line. Chromas. What do you think of the name?
Who came up with centuries?
Look, I know that you're just here to keep an eye on me, but you're supposed to at least pretend to have ulterior motives.
I'm not really that good an actor. I just say it like it is. You should try it sometime.
And stop playing. Then you'd lose interest.
I doubt that.
I just need 2 minutes to get changed. And here's some clothes for you.
Well, I'm wearing my clothes, thanks.
The launch has a dress code. Humor me, please. You can get changed in the bathroom. But only if you want.
I'm changing. In the bathroom.
So I hoped.
You're easy, O'Malley. 5 minutes into the date and she's already got your clothes off.
What's he doing there?
Being helpful. Theoretically. I'm just glad he said it, not me.
That's my role in life.
Here I go. I'll keep you posted.
What do you think? You look amazing.
So do you, for a suspect.
You'll have a good time. You'll see.
What do you hear?
A party I'm not invited to.
Well, that really doesn't narrow it down now, does it?
What, now you're channeling O'Malley? I wouldn't do that. It gets a little grumpy when it hasn't eaten.
Put your hand up in the air, fine. Come on and do that, throw your hand up in the air, fine. Come on and do that, throw your hand up in the air, fine.
You can never get too much on your head.
I'd like to let the product speak for itself. So, let's get right to chromas.
should be over soon.
Oh, it's a fashion show. I can't hear him over the music. Let's set up presents around the club. Eddie, Williams, you stay here.
But it's a fashion show. Models. Eddie, would you explain it to her? Maybe I can get it on pay-per-view.
I'll be right back.
I lost her.
Wait, I can't hear you. Okay, I'm covering the entrance. She's not going anywhere. Eddie, there.
I think I saw someone go out back.
Did you say the back? Eddie's got the back over here. Eddie, can you hear me? Are you there yet? Eddie? I'm not getting any response from Eddie out back.
There you are. I saw you run out back.
Sure you did.
What's the matter? What happened?
Don't act like you don't know.
Are you angry at me?
You expect me to believe your disappearing was just an accident?
I didn't disappear. I went up onto the runway. I'm wearing the same dress. It's all part of the plan.
Part of the plan, exactly.
Yeah, part of the plan of the show. But are you going to tell me what you're talking about, or are you just going to stand there looking like you want to kill someone?
This isn't a game.
Whatever happened, just let me know what I need to do to make it right.
Suspect has been under constant watch, but there's no sign of Officer Williams, and there's no additional evidence that points to her.
What about Eddie?
You interrupted the attack before she finished, so while he's still alive, the med guy's putting his biological age at approximately 65.
She took 40 years from him?
How? Do we have any idea how this mechanism works?
The link that attacked Eddie left traces of a foreign substance behind in his blood. Like a mosquito leaves behind a little saliva, which is actually what makes you itch.
This was more than saliva.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about super concentrated telomerase molecules. Telomerase being the principal mechanism behind cellular aging.
Fountain of youth.
Basically, the telomerase concentrate is made up of what the link takes from its victims. The years of their lives.
Is it reproducible?
They say no way. I mean, you know, it shouldn't even exist. But if anyone ever made this in a lab, it could eliminate aging. Maybe even reverse it. It's amazing.
What's the thinking on how this thing uses what it takes from its victims?
We're assuming it stores the telomerase concentrate somewhere in its body and draws on it to keep it alive.
So if we catch it soon, there's a chance it won't have used up what it took from Eddie.
It'd have to be real soon.
It will be.
You bear no responsibility for what happened to Officer Williams and Eddie last night.
I initiated the operation.
And I authorized it. They knew the risks, and frankly, your actions saved Eddie's life.
What's left of it, sir? How's it going, Eddie?
My joint's hurting. Vision's not what it was. Jesus, I sound like my old man. May he rest in peace.
We're gonna catch this thing, find Williams, and get you back what you lost.
My life?
Whatever she took from you that she hasn't used. The sooner we find her, the better our odds.
Are you close on the suspect?
Very. I will catch her. I will deliver for you.
Thanks, Nick.
I'm sick of dodging and feigning. I want the man that was taken last night, and I want what you took from the other.
Leave us alone. Nick, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I said no more games, Isabel.
I'm telling you the truth. I didn't kill Dylan Michaels. I was only playing at being a suspect.
Why?
To interest you. I thought you were playing along too.
Do you really expect me to believe that? After all the lies?
If I tell you the truth, can I get you to trust me?
Just tell me.
My name is Carolyn Hammett. I'm 26, born in San Diego, moved around a lot. My father was in the military. After he died, my mom married a real bad guy. And I ran away. She didn't care as long as she had a man. She paid the ultimate price. I traveled to all those places I told you. Eventually, found investors, formed a company, reinvented myself.
Why?
Because I didn't think who I really was good enough. And I have never said that to anyone in my whole life.
You weren't with Dylan Michaels that night?
He asked me to dinner, but I decided I was sick of the whole male model thing and I canceled.
Yeah, but you knew he was killed in a hotel room.
That's because the police told me.
Our men were attacked last night at exactly the same time I lost sight of you. It's too much of a coincidence.
Which means someone is trying to make you suspicious of me.
I'm checking every detail you told me.
And if you find out it's all true, can we start over? Nick and Carolyn.
We'll talk.
Okay. There was a Carolyn Hammett born 26 years ago to a military family. Her father did die. Her mother did remarry to a man who later killed her, then himself.
The ultimate price.
Whew. Which means it's difficult to confirm Isabel's story, but so far it's holding up pretty well. Which means we've got to start looking at suspects close to her. It's got to make you feel pretty good.
Well, I haven't exactly been insisting Isabella's innocent.
No, but that's what you've been hoping. Who wouldn't?
The priority is still finding this thing and helping our people. And until we're 100% sure, she's still a suspect.
Of course. Is she coming back down?
No. But let's see what this guy's up to. Like he knows we're here.
It doesn't like it.
O'Malley, we're in pursuit heading west on Fullerton. What's your progress?
Heading your way out out.
Turn west and we should be able to block him in.
The driver was female, disguised as a man to conceal her actual identity as our prime suspect. The fire consumed most of the driver's body. Our forensics people are working on what's left.
Do we know what caused the explosion? Did Venefica Nalis destroy herself rather than be captured?
Well, there are a number of possibilities. More importantly, detectives, another body was found in the wreckage.
Williams.
We were able to make the ID because the body was in the trunk. He had been dead for several hours.
She'd already fed.
Correct.
So we failed. It was right under our noses. We lost Williams and any chance of getting this substance out of this thing and into Eddie.
Unfortunately, I have worse news than that, detectives.
Excuse me, sir, but how could that be?
Eddie died at 8:03 this morning due to complications from advanced cardiac disease. It's the same thing his father died of in his 60s. And this is a tragic loss. But I beg to differ with your verdict, detective. You succeeded in destroying a link that has stalked mankind for a millennium. No more men will die because of this abomination.
Well, the regular police told Isabel about her driver being the killer.
How long had she worked for her?
Since Isabel moved to town. You know, like the captain said, there is a silver lining here. I mean, that thing is dead. And Isabel's for real?
I'm not thinking about that right now.
Well, maybe you should.
I'm gonna go by the hospital and call it a day. Hey. Thanks. I didn't know where your head was, but I thought maybe...
Can I get you a drink? Or are you on duty?
Not tonight.
It's the best news I've heard in a long time. I'll make you a deal. I won't ask you any questions about what happened.
All right. What do I have to do?
Call me Carolyn. And sit back and close your eyes.
Deal.
Do all the work. What are you waiting for?
For you to change.
What are you talking about?
I can't do anything if there's even the slightest chance you're not a link.
A link?
As in the missing links between man and beast, like you. Forensics on the explosion did it for me. There was a bomb in the car with a timer. You wanted to pin suspicion on your driver. You set it to go off sometime that night, I suppose. The crash just set it off early.
Are you kidding? Is this some kind of joke?
I don't think Eddie or Williams would have thought it was funny at all. So we can just sit here until you'll have to feed, which gives me my physical proof, or you can just show me what you really are. Either works for me.
You're out of your mind.
Like I said, I can wait as long as you want.
You're breaking my heart.
Do you even have one?
I really did like you.
Actually, I had some ammo left. I was just playing.
Larry, yes, I know it's your bachelor party. Yes, I know I'm your best man, but I'm not getting you strippers. Why? Because you're a centaur. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But if you can explain to these girls why you have 4 legs and the body of a horse, not to mention other horse-like qualities, well, all the more power to you. Listen, I'll make it up to you. After you and the lucky lady get married, I'll send you those imported Italian leather feed bags. I'm telling you, it'll make her crazy. You'll be lucky to survive your wedding night. All right? All right, I'll catch you later. Bye. Catch you.
Benson. Yeah, I'll be right there.
You see the specimen? It's amazing.
Lovely.
O'Malley turned her over with a minimum of damage, which I truly appreciate. Now, she's deteriorating rapidly, but I'm documenting every last inch. Look at that beauty.
Tell her what you just told me, Jonathan.
Oh, our hypothesis was right. The ear witch synthesized and stored the telomerase compound somewhere in its body.
Making its own fountain of youth.
Yeah, we were able to collect a small amount of the compound, not even 1/10 of a cc. And the stuff deteriorates so rapidly, there's no way to analyze it or do much anything except watch the molecules break down. So, in an hour or so, there won't be anything left, no matter what anyone does.
Which leaves us with a dilemma. Do we just watch the compound slip away, or do we figure out a way for it to do some good? Our medical team's opinion is that it represents a few days or hours for someone. But it's anybody's best guess as to whether we'll even do that.
Nick?